So you said a couple of DUIs, right?
Great.
So take me through that process when you like maybe the first or second time it happens and you're like, shit, I had a drink and I got caught or whatever. Because I got to imagine, with your job, you're working in healthcare, you need a car to drive. Now you've got, a license suspension and other stuff. What's the thought process in your mind kind of as that's happening? And then it happens a second time, and then because I know you so well, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there. But then, like, I'm assuming no one else got hurt, thank God, right? And how does that impact your thought process?
Wow. Yeah. Well, my first one was in 1996, 1997. It was down in Hagerstown, Maryland. And it was about a quarter mile from my grandmother's house. I was staying there for the night. I had come down to visit, and you want to talk about embarrassment, her having to come pick me up at the station. But back in 1996, it was basically a slap on the wrist. It was $1,500 probation before jury. I went back to Connecticut. I was living in Connecticut at the time, and I had to do some classes. My second one was in San Diego. I was living in San Diego in 2006.
Jumping out of planes.
I'm sorry?
Jumping out of planes back then?
Yeah. Yeah, we can get into that a little bit. So that one, I went to jail for that. I actually went to trial on that because I didn't feel I was a threat. I had about 7 or 8 beers in me. And I paid a lot of money to go to trial on that. And obviously I was found guilty. And it was funny. I went to classes after and people were laughing at me. They're like, dude, you were guilty. Why drag it out and live and learn. And my third one was in 2011 in Connecticut. And that's when I did some jail time. I went in at that point after that because they follow, they can see him. The prosecuting attorney saw him and put me in jail for a little bit. But Dan, I was a blackout drinker in my 20s. Like blackout. Like if I was drinking beer and I did a couple of shots toward the end of the night, I was gone. I stepped off the cliff. And I probably, over the years, I think I said at the beginning, alcohol is part of my life for over 47 years. I've driven thousands of times in a blackout. I mean, I didn't have anybody in my cars. Well, the first one I did, and he had 6 DUIs. The guy sitting to my right in the first one in 1996 had 6 DUIs. So he couldn't drive. So I have put myself in some harm's way. I've put my friends, family that have been in my car in blackouts. Yes, it was. Yeah, man, it was a lot of regret, a lot of guilt, a lot of shame. I had to get through with that.